Hey guys, Creator Mom. So as I said in my previous video, I've been doing this yoga series by Yoga with Melissa West, geared towards the inner critic, and her helpful insights, coupled with my own inner work and advice from my therapist has helped me, I think, have an important revelation today. And my revelation was that the inner critic is like the part of us, or the part of me, I'll speak for myself, that is very afraid. It is afraid. The inner critic is just afraid, but it's using criticisms and judgments and harshness to get you to do what it wants because it is afraid, right? It wants to do things out of fear. Fear of what? Well, that's something that in the moment that we would have to ask our inner critic. And I feel like this revelation will help me to better understand my inner critic and befriend it in a way instead of hating it. Because it's like, oh, okay, the inner critic is just severely afraid. And that's why it's acting the way it's acting. It's kind of like a well-meaning friend, who tells you something out of fear, And sometimes I think that my inner critic is narcissistic a bit also because it can be pushy and thinks it knows what's best. It thinks it has a bit of arrogance to it too. But again, it's an arrogance that is coming out of being afraid and fear. So, like for instance, I was thinking of a perfect example for myself. My inner critic tells me, you are stingy. You are stingy. So, okay, well, inner critic, what are you afraid of? Why are you saying this? What are you afraid of? And the inner critic could say, I'm afraid that they will be mad at us for not giving them what they ask for. I am afraid that they will think that we are stingy. It's kind of like the inner critic kind of tries to side with people outside of you in a way, and then and that's part of the people pleasing part of the inner critic also. One video I was doing yesterday from Melissa West said the inner critic has parts of it like the people pleasing, rules, perfection, and pushiness. And I was like, yes, pushiness, I can definitely relate with that. But the people pleasing, right? I'm afraid that if we don't give this person what they're asking for, they will think that we are stingy. And so it's afraid with what other people are going to think. So then that's when you say, well, is this true? Does this align with my core beliefs, with who I am, So yeah, that's just kind of like the beginning stages, I feel like, of inquiry and awareness and living with this inner critic that we all have. We all have the inner critic. And I think that some people yield more to their inner critic than others because they're not aware that like the inner critic is not necessarily their like core self. All right, that's all I want to share. Have a wonderful day.